The reason you're here watching this POV is because you want the hot takes. Or, I mean, you could alternatively be here just for the chat post. But, nah, that's probably not it. You're probably here for the hot takes. That's what I like to believe anyway. Dude! Oh, please be good! Please be good! Please! Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Oh,
Hi,
no!
I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Thank you for joining us as we unveil Path of Exile's next big expansion, Siege of the Atlas.
Big dick. Shit.
Cirrus is dead. We placated the Maven.
Fuck yeah.
We've been preparing for the arrival of another, but we never expected four.
Four?
They
I'm just gonna
embody
chill.
insatiable hunger, crushing darkness, searing flame, merciless wrath.
What bosses? Oh, wow. What? You go from the bottom up? Oh my god, another massive tree! From the Atlas! No fucking way! They got the best tree and they doubled it, dude! Is that a good idea? I don't know.
They are here. Stand with us, or we will all
Holy shit.
perish.
Holy shit. What?
In Siege of the Atlas, the two new Eldritch horrors are the Searing Exarch and the Eater of Worlds. In mid-tier maps, you'll randomly encounter the influence of either the Searing Exarch or the Eater of Worlds.
Holy crap.
The Maven understands the threat that these Eldritch horrors pose to her plans. She will modify your map device so that when entering maps, you can choose to add either the influence of the Maven or any Eldritch horror you have encountered.
What the fuck? This is so cool.
In the last iteration of the Atlas, you needed to use Watchstones to both unlock new maps and raise the level of maps across your Atlas. This required grinding Conquerors and managing the optimal placement of 16 different Watchstones. In Siege of the Atlas, we've removed Watchstones and have restored the hidden maps back to the base Atlas so they don't have to be unlocked over time.
I like that. I like that.
Despite the era of Watchstones being over, we do really like the ability to raise the tier of maps on your Atlas, so that eventually all of them are tier 16.
That's cool.
To this end, we have introduced Void Stones.
This is way
You
better.
can earn up to 4 of these, one each from the Uber Elder, the Maven, the Searing Exarch, and the Eater of Worlds. Placing Void Stones on your Atlas will raise the tier of all of its
Wait, Uber
maps,
Elder's a
eventually
mandatory
making them
requirement?
uniformly tier 16. In Siege of the Atlas, we've removed the concept of Atlas regions entirely.
Holy shit.
This means that we're saying goodbye to regional Atlas passive trees and hello to a single gigantic Atlas passive tree. Good old Path of Exile. Our new system of Eldritch implicits allows you to apply Eldritch mods to already good items that you have, so that you have a lot more freedom to choose how you create your best items.
Fuck?
You can also start interacting with Eldritch implicits much earlier in your mapping experience.
What the
While playing
fuck?
maps in Siege of the Atlas, you may find some new currency items,
Wanna pause?
Eldritch Ember and Eldritch Ichor, corresponding to the Searing Exarch and the Eater of Worlds respectively. These currency items can be applied to gloves, helmets, body armors, or boots, and overwrite the item's regular implicit mods with new ones from 2 special pools of powerful modifiers. As I mentioned before, an item can have both a Searing Exarch implicit and an Eater of Worlds implicit at the same time. Applying the same type of orb multiple times will overwrite the appropriate mod with a new random one.
That sounds like a lot of RNG.
We have made sure that the power of these modifiers is available earlier in maps so that you get access to them when you need them, rather than after you need them. Also, none of the new implicit mods have item level restrictions that prevent them from being applied to an item.
What?
There are also conditional versions of Eldritch implicit mods that are only enabled when specific types of enemies are in your presence. These ramp up in power as the condition gets more restrictive. These conditional mods are designed for players who feel that they have sufficient clear speed for easier monsters and want to specialize in being
I'm gonna
even
have
more
a full
effective
boss
against the
setup.
really tough
I'm gonna have a
bosses
full
where it
boss gear.
matters.
I need to
The
go
Siege
back
of the
and read
Atlas
this.
expansion contains a whole roster of new unique items, which drop from the 4 new Atlas bosses we have introduced. All of these are powerful uniques, and we'll show you 6 of them today. The Ashes of the Stars Onyx Amulet increases the level of all of your skill gems and grants them an additional 20% quality. It also improves the reservation efficiency of your skills and lets you level all of your gems faster, which
That
is
one's
really useful
insane.
for gems such as Empower and Enlighten. The big boost to quality is very valuable with some alternate quality gems, as well as certain skills like curses.
It's gonna be so expensive on Trade League, dude. Trade League, that's gonna be so expensive.
The Dissolution of the Flesh prismatic jewel changes the way that you interact with incoming damage. While you have this jewel equipped, damage is taken in the form of a temporary reservation to your life pool. If you reserve 100% of your life, you die. This allows you to ignore life recovery completely, since the actual amount of life you have left is irrelevant as long as you manage the timing of your life reservation.
What the
The Polaric
fuck?
Devastation Opal Ring introduces a new debuff called
Log
Covered
out?
in Frost. And
You know enemies are gonna have that shit.
we
now.
are also introducing a pair of very rare aspirational unique jewels, Forbidden Flame and Forbidden Flesh.
Oh.
Each of these jewels drops from one of the 2 new Pinnacle Atlas bosses, and they are certainly unique in that they must work together to unlock their potential. They require the user of the jewel to be a specific class, and they roll with a modifier that specifies a random ascendancy skill from one of the ascendancies of that class. If you are able to equip both a Forbidden Flame and a Forbidden Flesh jewel that specify the same skill, and if you meet the class requirement,
divine it?
then you will be granted that ascendancy
Can
skill.
you divine it, dude?
For example, if you're a Deadeye and find a Forbidden Flame jewel that specifies the Master Surgeon skill from the Pathfinder class, then upon finding and equipping a matching Forbidden Flesh jewel, you will gain the Master Surgeon skill. These jewels open up many new build possibilities
What
for very
the
late endgame
fuck?
characters. In the old Atlas, there were 3 favored map slots available to unlock in each region.
It was dog shit. That
Now
system.
that regions have been removed, favored map slots can be unlocked by meeting various objectives like completing a Tier 16 map or defeating an Elder Guardian. There are
Seems
12
way
favored
better.
map slots that can be unlocked. These now apply to all map drops on the Atlas, rather than affecting map drops in just one region. Each slot provides a 10 times multiplier to how frequently its corresponding map
you
drops
span the same
relative
map?
to
No
other
way.
maps. You can select 12 different maps as your favored maps.
different maps.
Or you can put the same map type in all 12 slots for a massive 120 times boost to its occurrence in your drop pool.
fuck?
This is
You can
particularly
do-
powerful once you've socketed all 4 Void Stones into your Atlas, making
Tower?
all of your maps
What?
tier 16, and with a 120 times multiplier applied to a specific map. Despite them not being part of the core Atlas experience anymore, it's still possible to fight Cirrus and the Conquerors to take advantage of their influence and unique item rewards. Tier 14 or higher map bosses now have a chance to drop maps influenced by the Shaper, the Elder, or a random Conqueror. You can also purchase these maps from Kirik. When you enter the map, you'll be met with hordes of influence monsters that can drop influenced items. Upon defeating the map boss, a portal will open to the Conqueror's arena.
There's so many influences now.
Upon death, the Conqueror will drop a fragment. Each Conqueror has their own fragment. Combine all 4 fragments in your map device to open a set of portals to the Cirrus encounter.
That is.
Now that Cirrus and the Conquerors are no longer core parts of Atlas gameplay, they will not drop Awakened gems. These gems can now drop from Maven invitations.
Maven invitations?
Archnemesis is a challenge league that reinvigorates fights with rare monsters. It introduces around 60 new monster mods and allows you to customize your rare boss fights to control your level of risk and reward. These mods can be combined in over 35 recipes to create new, more powerful and rewarding mods. We designed this league to be a relatively simple one to go alongside all of the new Atlas content in this expansion, and it exceeded our expectations.
I like this
The
one.
fights are fun, the rewards are punchy, and there are a lot of tough decisions about which reward combinations or recipes you can pursue.
It looks interesting enough. And simple.
In Siege of the Atlas,
I like
our
it.
balance goal is to take 2 very common gameplay archetypes that struggle with endgame content and to
Bowcast
buff
and
them so that
handcaster.
they're in a much better place compared to other builds. Alongside Siege of the Atlas, we're introducing 2 new types of stash tab, one for flasks and one for gems. A side effect of this is that you're able to set your regular tabs to have affinity for flasks or gems, regardless of whether you've purchased the new specialized tabs.
Oh, I
The
like
Gem
that.
Stash tab allows you to easily store and sort your collection of up to 500 skill and support gems. By default, it displays all gems stored in the tab, but you can use one of the 4 categories at the top to filter between red, green, blue, and white gems. There's a drop-down that allows you to pick your
Quality.
preferred sorting method, such as current gem level, required level, or quality, to easily find whatever gem you're looking for.
That's
The
tight.
Flask Stash tab allows you to store 500 flasks and can be filtered to show life, mana, hybrid, utility, and unique flasks. You can also use the drop-down to change the sort order between item
This is
level,
fucking
base
tight.
type, and quality. This allows you to quickly find flasks of a certain type,
Take my
potential
money.
flasks to vendor for glassblowers baubles, or high item level flasks for crafting.
Take my money.
Remember that regardless of whether you've purchased these new tabs, you'll still be able to set up affinities for gems or flasks on your
For free
existing
if
stash
you're
tabs.
poor. If you're poor.
Alongside the launch of Siege of the Atlas, we are hosting a competitive event where players will race to be the first to kill a trio of bosses: the Maven, the Searing Exarch, and the Eater of Worlds.
Oh!
The event will take place in the hardcore solo self-found Archnemesis League.
Bro, that's
We have some interesting prizes in store for the winners.
Let's
Keep
go,
an eye on the
bitch!
news next week for more details about how this event will work and what its prizes are.
Let's go, bitch! Okay, what the fuck? I have to look at so much shit, bro. I have to look at so much shit. All that currency shit with the implicits and the up and the down and how it works, I don't quite comprehend it all. I kind of get it. I mean, I get it, right? You can literally, regardless of eye level, put an implicit on your fucking gear, and you can, like, depending on the currency, you usually get a better or worse one, and then you have a thing which, like, upgrades one and potentially downgrades one randomly. I didn't really understand how he said you lock it in. But, dude, holy fuck! The new Atlas looks so much better. Bro, I hate watchstones. I hate watchstones. I hate the stupid 1 watchstone here, or 2 watchstones here, take that watchstone out, or 3 watchstones here, 4 watchstones there. Like, bro, fuck that. This new one looks so much better. You just go through, kill the things. You can just start picking favorite maps from the beginning, which is tight, and then you just kill bosses and you get one big boy, and you just put it in, and then, yeah, let's get some more powerful. You go through, kill another big boy, put it in. It looks so much better.
Because he is
God game.